Hello friends and viewers, and welcome to my Ascension skill review. With the anniversary update, characters can now be leveled to rank 13 and learn passive Ascension skills. It costs 100 platinum medals to level a character from rank 12 to rank 13. All characters have a learnable and generic Ascension skill. However, some characters can learn a unique Ascension skill that supplements their trait or skill kits. Ascension skills must be leveled from level 1 to level 3, and materials to raise these skills will be earned through the new Pioneering Odyssey game mode. This video will cover the first batch of units with unique Ascension skills. Teadon's Ascension skill is Shield of Iron Law. With this passive, attacks inflict piercing damage equal to 30% of his physical shield value. Because shields scale with characters' max HP, this weighs HP further for Teadon as a secondary damaging stat. Inflicting piercing damage diversifies Teadon's damage profile and will benefit from piercing vulnerable effects. Furthermore, alert can be triggered one additional time per round and cannot be interrupted when triggering alert. This increases the trigger counts for his trait and Shield of Sanction skill. This also adds quality of life by no longer allowing alerts to be interrupted. For some gear considerations, consider Blade of Stratagem for maximum damage output or Newborn Blade otherwise. For trinkets, look at Hunter's Intuition to maintain alert potency, Shield of Justice for the attack and defense increases in physical shield uptime, or even Roaring Flint as an additional trigger for Shield of Iron Law. As a side note, Course of Fortune's AoE Shockwave can trigger Shield of Iron Law as well. In the sample skill build, use Defensive Stance to cap physical shield as needed, and Shield of Sanction or Fierce Assault when physical shield is capped or nearly capped. This skill build may still be very energy hungry. Cole's Ascension skill is Solitary Blade. With this passive, her flat damage and crit damage increase by 15%. Her wipeout skill energy cost is reduced by 1, increasing her cast rate. This also changes the energy recovery condition of Omen of Death to when any enemy is defeated, increasing Cole's net energy regen. This overall allows Cole to deal more damage and cast wipeout more frequently, but she will mechanically play the same as she does now. Miguel's Ascension skill is Fierce Impact. This increases his physical attack and forcibly turns tiles into burning tiles when performing AoE attacks. This makes him no longer dependent on terrain, but devalues a melee playstyle. For a less obvious detail, Blinding Powder and Course of Fortune's AoE Shockwave can force burning tiles as well. For gear considerations, Melee Mega Crossbow is the only bow that meaningfully increases AoE damage. Otherwise, consider Longbow of Martyrs or Starweight Crossbow for the stat increases only. Roaring Flint can be used with Fierce Impact to forcibly turn tiles into burning, regardless of terrain. If not, you can consider any other trinkets that increase attack. Xavier's Ascension skill is Daring Vanguard. This reduces the cooldown of Spear of Iria from 5 turns to 3 turns. As Spear of Iria is commonly paired with Falling Comet Dash, this increases the cast rate of Falling Comet Dash. This also lowers Xavier's skill ceiling by strategizing for Spear of Iria and Falling Comet Dash sooner in battle. At minimum, Speed 2 buffs become a form of both damage increase and damage mitigation for Xavier. This makes Tyre a good teammate for when Spear of Iria is on cooldown. It will still be ideal to have another energy spender, Chaotic Battle or Sweeping Bash, to cast when Spear of Iria is on cooldown and to avoid overcapping energy. Iggy's Ascension skill is Moment of Strike. This enables Iggy to ignore block, which is a common quality amongst modern breakers, and effectively makes him more lethal against defenders. Hunting Preparation is buffed as well. During Hunting Preparation, Iggy's crit and crit damage increase by 15%. The Hunting Preparation buff now lasts 2 turns up from 1, and allows Iggy to have Hunting Preparation during his active turns, and this increases his mobility by allowing him to move 3 additional tiles after an active attack. In the sample skill build, Hunting Preparation should now always be a mainstay passive in his skill loadout. Consider substituting Behemoth Hunting with Mountain Alert for an alert playstyle. Substitute Mountain Tribes with Grey Wolf Sleep in scenarios where Grey Wolf Sleep's instant mobility may be more impactful. Rawiyah's Ascension skill is Raging Winds. This enables Rawiyah to ignore block, again, a common quality amongst modern breakers, and effectively makes her more lethal against defenders. This doubles down on maintaining tipsy uptime, increasing Rawiyah's attack, crit damage, skill multiplier, and damage mitigation. This overall allows her to do more damage, but she will mechanically play the same as she does now. Guzman's Ascension skill is Abyss Echo. This increases Guzman's AoE damage by 40%, not only increasing the damage of Lives Devouring, but also his rank 3 skills Soul Catcher and Earthshaker. Abyss Echo improves Lives Devouring by making it no longer interruptible and also grants Guzman Taunt, which forces enemies to target him. Recall that Guzman deals more damage the less HP he has, and he has increased damage mitigation during Lives Devouring. However, this change may still pose a risk depending on enemies taunted. The cooldown of Lives Devouring is reduced to 3 turns, down from 5 turns. Overall, this gives Guzman more AoE power and incentivizes using Lives Devouring as part of his regular skill loadout. In the sample skill build, swap between Soul Catcher and Fierce Pursuit as needed for single target damage. Beryl's Ascension skill is Rumble. This is a flat damage increase, followed by more damage increases when attacking enemies with Scorch or Ignition. The effects are stackable, so ideally enemies should have both Scorch and Ignition. This places more emphasis on Boom and Wall of Flame to inflict Scorch, but Beryl has no innate ability to inflict Ignition. She will require Nirvana and or be paired with Luvada and or Luffy. Maitha's Ascension skill is Leave It To Me. This increases her attack, defense, and healing effects. Active skill casts reduces all skill cooldowns by 1 turn and can be triggered once per round. Gear skill casts will trigger the cooldown reduction, but this still only triggers once per round. However, having a trinket with an instant effect may still be strategic to force the cooldown reduction early if an ability has 1 turn cooldown remaining. Maitha suffers from a lot of abilities with turn cooldowns, so this helps mitigate her many skill cooldowns. Samantha's Ascension skill is Prayer of True Protection. This increases her magical attack and expands her trait aura range from 3 to 5 tiles. After actively casting a healing skill or triggering her trait healing, she will reduce all skill cooldowns by 1 turn with a max trigger of 2 times per round. Samantha suffers from a lot of abilities with turn cooldowns, so this also helps mitigate her many skill cooldowns. Overall, these changes add quality of life. Samantha will mechanically play the same but net more active skill casts. Garcia's Ascension skill is Spiral of Blood. This further increases the attack and defense gains from rotational acceleration stacks. This passive skill also enables a welcome quality of life improvement by making rotational acceleration undispellable. Furthermore, her skill multiplier is increased by 30% when attacking targets with Isolate, reinforcing her Hidden Executioner passive as a mainstay skill. These changes enhance Garcia and make her more stable to play, but she will mechanically play the same as she does now. LilyWill's Ascension skill is Full Wind Draw. This increases attack when attacking targets 4 or more tiles away, and single target attacks additionally inflict 3 stacks of infection. Arrow of Aeolus, while it does magical AoE damage and inflicts infection, is coded as a single target attack. As such, it benefits from this Ascension skill and any bows with single target effects to all targets hit. LilyWill suffers from having a low base physical attack, so the attack increase is a welcome change, and she also makes up for some of her physical attack deficit through infection. However, she will mechanically play the same as she does now. For gear considerations, Flying Blade Armguard is a single target attack that will inflict infection and benefit from Windwalking's range increase. That concludes this Ascension skill review. To me, characters with mechanical changes are more exciting to me than characters with numerical or quality of life changes. I'd like to ask you, what are your thoughts on the unique Ascension skills? Are there any characters you will prioritize first? Please leave a comment below. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.